Hey everyone, this is Robin here, and this is the first time that I'm doing any type of Facebook Live video, and oh my gosh, my stomach is churning because I don't do these types of things. But I wanted to do it here today, and bear with any type of awkwardness that I have on my end. But I wanted, oh, hey Mom, look at you. How are you? But I wanted to do this video because I've had a lot of people reach out this week and ask me questions around my health. I had questions around what I'm eating, what is it that I'm drinking, and so I had a lot of people asking questions. And so really gives me the opportunity to share what I'm doing with this drink. But before I do, what really has led up to all of this is a lot of things about my past journey. So I want to share kind of a high level, a little bit about my past that kind of explains where I am today. So some of you know my past, some of you don't. Hey Carolyn Gustafson, nice to see you. Hey Kristen. But I'm gonna back it up, and I'm gonna start in my late 20s. And so got married in my late 20s, and my husband and I, we wanted to have children, we wanted to conceive, but we couldn't at first. And went to a reproductive specialist, and really the reason why we weren't able to conceive is because I had a number of thyroid issues that I was unaware of. And so, you know, that's something that we could absolutely get under control. But at the same time, the doctor said to me, you know what? You are depleting your body, and you're depleting your body from too much running, too much stress at work, too much anxiety, like too much. You have too much going on in your life. And what he said is that you're putting your body in a fight or flight. And when you do that, your body thinks that you're running away from something. And if you're running away from something, you're really not in the place to have a baby. So I really took that to heart, and that was very eye-opening and surprising. Hey Sally, nice to see you. And so, you know, I got my thyroid under control, and fast forward to my late 30s. And you know, we've been fortunate to have 3 children now. We have 3 wonderful but very, very active, busy boys, ages 9, 7, and 4. And with having these 3 boys, I also work full-time in a job that I love, in an industry that I'm super passionate about. And I see a lot of you that I work with listening in, so thank you. I love my job. But coupled with that, I have a husband that works, that's traveling almost, I don't know, 30 to 50% of the time right now. And along with that, you know, I want to be part of my Bible study, and that's very important to me. I want to be a room mom. I also want to try to attempt to have a social life as well. And so probably like all of you, that just leads to exhaustion and feeling run down. And many of you have probably found yourself in this place. Hey Randy, hey Mike. And so couple that with these 3 kids, a husband traveling, me working, we're on the go a lot, and the children play sports. And what I was finding is I'm on the go all the time, and I wasn't really eating the right foods. I was eating on the go, and I wasn't fueling my body with the right things. And I was feeling really run down. And as any of you can attest, whether you work full-time, whether you work part-time, whether you are a stay-at-home parent, regardless of what you do, we all have multiple jobs, right? We have our job before our children go to school. We have our job, our day job, and then we have our evening job. We have homework and sports and dinner and being a spouse and all of those things. And so for me personally, that started to become a recipe for disaster. And it resulted in me feeling run down and me feeling anxious, and something had to change. And I was the only one that could change it. And this is the year, hey Chelsea, this is the year that I'm turning 40. I can't believe it, but that's such a pivotal year for anyone that's close to that or is over 40. We all know how pivotal it is. And so I sat down about 6 months ago and thought about how I could really reprioritize my life and spend more time with my family, commit myself more to Jesus, and really think about how am I gonna get my body and my mind and everything just fit before I turn 40. And at the same time, I had a girlfriend who I've known for over 10 years, and I was watching her on social media. I worked with her at a previous company, I work with her at my company now, and I started watching her, and she was talking about how amazing she was feeling. And she was talking about this drink she was drinking, and she was talking, I saw her physique, really starting to change. Hey, Charlotte. But I saw her physique start to change. And so if you're like me, I'm looking at this and I'm going, all right, I need whatever she has in her life. I need some of that in mine. So messaged her and I was like, okay, give it up. I want to know what you're doing, and I need whatever you're doing, I need that in my life. And so that's really where this drink comes in. And so she said, well, I'm drinking therapeutic ketones. Do you want to try them? And I was like, I don't know. She said, well, just try it. Try a 5-day, try a 10-day experience, and just see what you think. So I did. And right when I started drinking them, a few things changed for me personally. Hey, Jen. Hey, Jen Dove. Hey, Mike Ryan. But a few things changed for me immediately. So one, my energy went through the roof for me. I wasn't feeling as run down as I normally do. I had focus. And I have a lot of joint pain in my lower back from running, but also from having all these babies. And that started to dissipate for me. It didn't go away, but it did start to really dissipate for me. And in addition to that, kind of the icing on the cake was that the fluffies started to go away. And if anyone wants to know what the fluffies are, it's like, and if you're a woman, you know what I mean. It's this midsection area, you know, we just feel fluffy sometimes. Hey, Lori. Hey, Charlie. But I started to feel, you know, fluffy, and that went away when I was drinking this drink. Now, it's not just the drink. I don't believe that a drink just makes all those things happen. You know, in parallel, I was eating more, I was eating healthier, and a lot of people have asked me this week, you know, what are you eating? What does your meal plan look like? I'm happy to share that with anyone. Just feel free to put a comment in here and I'll follow up with you. I'm happy to do a video on what I've been eating as well. But then I stopped drinking my ketones, and I stopped drinking them because we were really busy in the summer and we were traveling and we were just busy, as I'm sure we all are. And I stopped drinking them, and then I got run down again. And I felt like, okay, I wasn't convinced that it was just the ketones that were helping with my energy and feeling great. But then when I stopped drinking them, then I really noticed the change. And so now I was convinced that drinking the therapeutic ketones was something that for me was helping my body. So fast forward to today, I am drinking my ketones again. And, you know, I do feel energized. I do feel focused. My fluffies, I call the fluffies, right? They have started to go away again. And, you know, for me, as I move closer to this pivotal birthday of 40, I'm going to continue to track my inches and my weight loss, and really on my journey to be fit by 40. And you know, I think everyone out there, you can relate to something in this story, whether it's suffering from just exhaustion, feeling run down, anxiety in your life, trying to conceive, the fluffies, whatever it is. We all have our things that we're dealing with. And so, you know, for me, this is what has helped with a lot of those things. And I'll tell you, you know, over the years, I've had a number of girlfriends. Hey, Gina Marie. I've had a number of girlfriends say, hey, why don't you sell this? Why don't you sell this? And I'm like, no way. I have a job that I love. I'm not interested in doing that. And it wasn't until I started drinking these ketones that I thought, you know what? This is something I want to do because it's something that I believe in and that I've experienced how they've really helped me. So, you know, I never thought that this was going to be part of my plan, but my goal is really to help, you know, empower others around me and to share with others. And just in the short amount of time that I've been part of this company, the community around it and the family around it and the support that I've received is just amazing. And it's people very similar to me, and so I love it. And it's been a great decision personally for me. Again, not one that I thought that I would ever do at all. And those who know me well, I didn't think I'd be sitting here. But I've said to myself, and someone actually texted me this last night. They said, you know, you can make whatever plans you want in your mind, and you can think you know what you're going to do in your life, but you know, God's up there laughing. And I'm just such a firm believer that God has a plan, and this was a plan that was supposed to come into my life. So that's my story. That's why, you know, drinking therapeutic ketones has been beneficial to me, is it's really about the energy that it's given me, the focus that it's given me, the fluffies that it's taken away. I have a lot more work to do, and just the joint pain. So, you know, if you are interested, great. I have 5-day experiences. I have 10-day experiences. I dropped about 9 of them off in my neighborhood this evening to different women and people who wanted to try them. I have about 15 to ship out this weekend. So if it's something you want to try, great. Message me, throw a comment. If not, that's okay too. But I'm happy to give you more details around drinking the therapeutic ketones. I typically drink them when I wake up in the morning, and it just gets my day going, helps me feel energized and ready to take on our 3 boys, take on getting them ready for school and out the door, and also throughout the day. So thank you everyone for watching and joining, and for those who watch the replay, thank you. Thank you for dealing with my awkwardness on this call. Again, it is my first Facebook Live. But again, any questions about, you know, therapeutic ketones, feel free to reach out. And thank you everyone, and have a good night. Bye.